geva netoti Emerson uri geva takatumira mbava geva matoti urumende yembava.
At this story, a South African court has delivered its judgment in the extradition case of Zimbabwean political activist Wellington Masiwa, also known as Comrade Nyokayemabhunu. The case raises important questions about extradition law, political asylum, and the protection of activists in South Africa. Masiwa has been a prominent and outspoken critic of efforts to extend President Emmerson Mnangagwa's term beyond constitutional limits, gaining attention through his activism and online broadcasts. However, Zimbabwean authorities maintain that the extradition request relates to fraud charges and not politics. In an exclusive interview with Channel Africa producer Tracy Boomgard, conducted in holding cells as he awaited his return to prison, Wellington spoke about his journey and arrest in South Africa.
I am a politician from Zimbabwe. I've been in politics for a long time ago, but I came here in South Africa 2017 after military coup, and I was staying here with my family. But last year, but one is when we pick up that President Emmerson Mnangagwa is want to change the constitution to go to 2030. So it's when we started to raise our voice against that decision, as we know that our constitution allows the president to just serve 2 terms in the office. So he started to arrest all the people who were rejecting that cause he was driving. You see, so that's the reason why I was becoming a target. From that time until they were following me, I survived the 2 assassinations when I was in Port Elizabeth. Even now, one of my car have some gunshots. So that is my journey. I am a politician, and I stand with the masses. I stand with the people. I speak what people want. The problem is now, our president don't want people who disagree with his will. If you go against him about his mind, then you are the target. You want those people who say to go right and you turn right, go left and you turn left. That is the problem. That's why I'm a target. All this case it's nothing to do with the criminality. It's only about the politics. That is what happened.
Tell us more about the circumstances that led to your arrest in April 2025. And also, how has this legal process affected you personally and politically?
Yeah, it's like how I was arrested with these people when I spoke against this situation of Cape 3 and going to 2030 is how I become target, and they send the CIO intelligence and the assassin trying to kill me as they did to Sarwaka and also other politicians. So then when I was here in South Africa in April is when they used a deceased lead that they used it to call me and say, come, we want to have a meeting, and I came, and before we start the meeting, they arrested me. They started to give me false accusations, said, yeah, you do this, do this, do this. I know nothing about everything that is going. And now it's putting my life, my family in risk, putting even my life, my children are struggling outside.
There were quite a few concerns ahead of the judgment today. There was a fear that what could happen if the court ruled in favor of your extradition, and that's now exactly what has happened. What is your fear now that you are going to be extradited to Zimbabwe?
I am a politician. When I joined the politics, I know that sometimes you can die. You're going to die because if Sarwaka died and also Comrade Geza died. I'm ready for everything. If they're going to kill me, they can kill me. But I'm fear for my life as I know that I'm dealing with the people who are very cruel. Because now I received the judgment. They are saying I have to go to Zimbabwe. But if I can go to Zimbabwe, let it be. But that is my fear. Because I know what is going to happen when I arrive there. I am the target. I am the target. So they want to take me to Zimbabwe. So what is going to happen when I arrive there? It's not good. Maybe you're going to hear one of the days that I know Comrade Nyokayemabhunu is dead. I'm going to be killed with these people. Since they achieved their goal to take me from South Africa, definitely they're going to kill me.
Did the court say when you had to be extradited? What is the next steps now?
Now they said they are going to give me 15 days. Whether I'm going to appeal or maybe I'm not going to appeal. If I'm not going to appeal, then after 15 days, maybe they're going to start the process to take me to Zimbabwe. My team is saying they're going to appeal the matter to go to High Court. Despite the evidence that was produced before the court, whereby the Secretary for Information Publicity, who is Chris Mchangwa, was attacking me publicly. Sat down with Nyokayemabhunu, even the former State Security Minister Owen Muda, he attacked me and he was targeting me, want to kill me, but all the evidence was produced before the court, but still, I understand that maybe something is wrong because the money was being coming from Zimbabwe side to come here, please bribing people so that me are going to put me in trouble, to take me back.
What message do you think this case sends to other political activists that are seeking refuge here in South Africa?
The problem is South Africa and Zimbabwe it's look like it's dancing in the same tune. It's dancing in the same tune whereby even the courts, I begin to notice that it's being controlled even over the phone. And it's very risky because we are not fighting for the personal benefit. We're not fighting for the personal interest. We're fighting for our country. We want our economy to grow. We want transparency. That is what we are fighting for. We want democracy. We want rule of law. That is what we are fighting for. We're not fighting for personal interest. But I feel like in South Africa, they can't protect the politicians when they are in trouble, especially for situations like this. Because despite the evidence, all evidence that was produced before the court, they still remain saying go back. So I'm beginning to trust the words that was spoken with Christopher Mchangwa when he said South Africa and Zimbabwe or ZANU-PF and ANC are sister parties. Therefore, if you want anything, so they are using courts to silence the voice of mass in Zimbabwe.
Wellington, what I want to find out from you is that now President has signed CAB 3 into law.
Yes.
Is there anything that can be done to change that?
Yeah, the bill is being signed, but the bill it's a paper which is just written. It's just a paper which is written. So if that people is not in support of the people.
And that was Zimbabwean political activist Wellington Masiwa speaking to my producer Tracy Boomgard. That's how we wrap up the show this evening.
Yeah, mawani zvekutodaro, ladies and gentlemen, muri kungozinzwira nhau idzi. Handina chekuwedzera, handina chekutapudza, but ndoda kungotaura kuti kwatabva kure tina Comrade Nyokayemabhunu ende kuti tizorasa tariro tasvika patasvika apa. Tinongoramba tichinamata, tinongoramba tichisapota, ende mavanzwa vega vachitaura kuti nyaya hombe iripo ndeyekuti varoda kundiuraya, varoda kundipfuudza. One of these days mchazonzwa kuti hanzi Comrade Nyokayemabhunu vaita sei vapfurwa, vapfuudzwa, vashayika. Ngatingorambai tichinamata, ngatingorambai tichipira kana tisive kupira, ngatingorambai tichiita zvatinongoita izvozvo zvatinotenda mazviri kuti tichengetedzeke. Eso me DJ Oli and the rest of the group behind the scenes. To this bye for now. Let's meet in the next video.